flow with myself, Anna Connie Walters, owner of PHAT Mermaids. We're going to do a very relaxing, gentle yoga this morning, really focusing on our breath, de-stressing, self-loving, and just stretching. Things that you might need for the practice: a yoga strap, a yoga block, one or two, which if you don't have these, you can always use a block. And that's it. So we're going to go ahead and start coming into a seated position. Kind of lift yourself up to remove any flesh from underneath you. You can be this way if that's comfortable. You have a block. You can come into Thunderbolt, where you're just basically bringing your knees hip width distance and sitting back, putting, having a seat onto the tops of your ankles. Some people find this a little bit more comfortable than across legs. So whichever way you want to start, go ahead and begin to close your eyes. Start to just become present in the moment, relaxing your hands on your knees. Palms can be open to receive, or they can be facing down if that's just how you're feeling today. Observe how your breath moves in and out of your body. Continuing to breathe in this manner, in and out through your nose. As you continue to observe your breath, I want you to begin to deepen your breath. As you inhale, I want you to focus on bringing that breath into your belly first, expanding that belly out, then the ribs, and catching that last little breath into your chest. And then as you exhale, releasing the breath from your heart to that belly. Continuing to breathe, inhale, and a nice controlled exhale. Continuing to breathe in this manner. As you start to set an intention for your practice. An intention can be a word, it could be a sentence, it could be how you want to feel at the end of today. It could be to put energy towards something that you want, such as a manifestation for yourself personally, maybe in your work life, a promotion or a new job. And start to think how you want to feel. You can want to feel beautiful, strong, peaceful. Hold on to whatever intention you are choosing. As you inhale, focus on that intention. And then as you exhale, open mouth exhale, breathing life into that intention. One more deep breath here. Staying for that exhale. Open your eyes, smile. Making sure we're sitting up nice and tall, engaging the core to support the lower back. Lifting the shoulders down away from the ears, stacking shoulders over heart, heart over belly. Inhale, float your fingertips up to the sky. As you exhale, release your right hand down and then over to the right. Making sure that you don't let that top shoulder come down. You want to make sure that you're opening through the chest, feeling that side body, grounding that left hip, pushing it down as you reach up. Inhale, begin to come forward, come up to center, lifting both fingertips up. As you exhale, releasing that left hand down, leaning over to the left. Feeling the stretch here in that side body, making sure you're not letting that right hip lift. Push it down as you reach. Maybe looking underneath your armpit. On your next inhale, come back to center, relaxing your hands on your knees. Coming into some neck stretches. I want you to inhale, reach your neck to the left as you push your right shoulder down. So elongating the neck, feeling the stretch there as you inhale. As you exhale, bring the right ear to the right shoulder and squeeze, feeling the stretch on the opposite side. Inhale, pull away, right shoulder down, lean to the left. Exhale, squeeze, ear to shoulder. One more time. Inhale, lengthen through the neck, right shoulder pulls down. Exhale, ear to right shoulder, feeling the stretch on the left. Inhale, come back to center, switching sides. Inhale, lean to the right as you pull the left shoulder down, feeling that stretch here. As you exhale, bring left ear to left shoulder, feeling the light stretch here in your right. Inhale, lengthen, left shoulder down. Exhale, squeeze, ear to shoulder. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Come back, squeeze. Inhale, come back to center. Inhale, look up, letting your neck fall back, your head fall back as you feel a stretch here in the front of your neck. As you exhale, I want you to round, dropping the head, bringing the chin to the chest. Inhale, look up, let your head drop back. Exhale, begin to drop the head, chin to chest. Inhale, come back to center. Interlace your fingers, push your palms out in front of you, feeling a nice stretch here. Inhaling, bringing those hands up, feeling the stretch in your shoulders and your chest. Exhale, release back down. Inhale your right hand out. With your left hand, I want you to grab onto the palm, begin to pull back to feeling a nice stretch here in that forearm. Applying just enough pressure to feel the stretch. Doesn't have to be anything deep. Continuing to breathe here, connecting the breath. One last breath here. Exhale, release, come back to neutral. Switching sides, extend that left arm out, bring that right hand to that palm. Begin to pull back gently on the palm to help feel that stretch here in that front forearm. Just enough to feel the stretch. It doesn't have to be anything big. Inhale and exhale here. Continuing to breathe. One more breath. Stay for that exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Inhale, lift your fingertips up to the sky. Kind of wiggle any flesh from underneath you, bending just from the hips. I want you to come, reaching your fingertips forward in front of you as far as you can reach. And then once you know you can't go any further, relax the head, relax the neck. Continuing to breathe, focusing on your breath as you inhale, feeling that belly touch your inner thighs. As you exhale, releasing that breath from the belly to the heart, from the heart to the belly. One more breath. Stay for that exhale. As you begin to inhale, slowly walk your hands back towards you, coming into a little bit of a shoulder stretch. I'm just going to move to the side so that you can see. Bring your hands behind you. If you have any wrist issues, you can always point your fingertips to the side. If you don't, just have your fingers pointed towards your knees. Inhale, pull through the chest, bringing your shoulder blades together, puffing the chest up as you look back, maybe relaxing the head. Option here to push onto your knees and coming into a full half baby camel. Inhale, lift, pushing through those palms. Exhale, slowly come back down to a seat. Either kick your legs out or roll over onto your knees, coming into a tabletop. So tabletop, your knees are about hip width distance, toes are untucked. fingers are spread out wide like a starfish. This helps support your upper body. Shoulders are stacked over ankles, hips over knees. We're going to come into a few cat-cows. So as you inhale, you're dropping that belly, tilting the hips forward or up and looking forward. As you exhale, you're rounding that back, pushing through the palms, tucking your chin to your chest. Inhale, cow, dropping that belly. Try pulling back the mat to help you pull through the chest. As you exhale, rounding that back, tucking that chin to the chest, feeling the stretch across your upper back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Do 2 more rounds at your own breath, allowing your breath to guide your movement. Everyone's different, and for some, we breathe faster or slower than others. And maybe today you just want to go slow. You've had a hard day, and you just really want to take that time to really feel what's happening in the body. And when you're done, meet me back in neutral. Puppy dog. I'll stay in this view so that you can see. So again, making sure that your alignment is good, hips are stacked over knees, toes are untucked. I want you to begin to walk your hands out in front of you until you can come and either bring the chest or the forehead to the mat. You're keeping your hips exactly where they are and allowing that chest to reach down, feeling that shoulder stretch and the chest stretch across the shoulders. If you want, and it's in your practice, you can bring the chin to the chest as you allow the chest to melt further down. Continue to breathe here. One more breath. On your next inhale, slowly using your hands, pushing yourself back up into a tabletop position. Coming into threading the needle. So staying in that same tabletop position, you're going to inhale the right arm up to the sky. As you exhale, you're going to thread it underneath that left armpit, beginning to move those left fingertips out forward as you bring that right ear to the mat. Being careful to make sure that you keep your hips squared. You don't let them sway side to side. Begin to extend either that left hand out to help with the stretch, or you can keep the hand next underneath your shoulder to help support yourself. If it's in your practice, you can also take the bind where you reach the left hand and grab for your inner right thigh, pulling that left shoulder back. Take a few more breaths here, finding whatever arm placement feels good as you relax onto that right shoulder. One more breath. As you begin to slowly inhale, begin to push yourself back into that tabletop position. Switching sides, extend that left arm up to the sky. As you exhale, threading the needle second side, begin to bring it underneath that right armpit this time. Extending those right fingertips, bringing that left ear to the mat. Again, you can either keep it here, next underneath your shoulders, extending the arm out, which will help intensify the stretch, or if it's in your practice, reaching for the bind. Whatever is feeling good to you is where you want to be. Closing your eyes, squaring the hips, and just breathe. One more breath. Staying for the exhale. As you begin to inhale, slowly walk your hands back to help push yourself back into that tabletop position. We're going to come into our first down dog. So I want you to make sure those fingers are spread out wide. Tuck your toes behind you. You're going to inhale by lifting your hips up, back, and then relaxing those heels down to the mat. You can take a wide stance if that feels good. You can bend the knees if you're really tight in your legs. And push the chest forward as if you're trying to bring your chest towards your knees, neutralizing the neck. And just breathe here. Take a moment if you want to walk your dog by pumping one leg and lengthening the other. Continuing here. One more breath. Inhale, come into forward to plank. Option here to drop the knees and untuck the toes. Lean slightly forward as you inhale, keeping the elbows close to the body. I want you to exhale and slowly release all the way down to your belly. As you inhale, I want you to come into baby cobra. So push down on the tops of your feet. Use your core to lift your shoulders up. Your hands aren't really doing much, just kind of popping up slightly. Exhale, release all the way down. As you inhale, start to tuck your toes. And then as you exhale, begin to push yourself up and back into that downward facing dog. Inhale here, hips high. Exhale, release those heels down. Inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to drop your knees down to the mat and come into that child's pose. Bring that from here, from tabletop. I want you to bring that left foot forward to frame so that your hands frame that front foot. So from here in that front position, all I'm doing is just lifting that left foot forward, coming into a lunge, basically, a kneeling lunge. So inhale here and exhale using your core. Plant that right hand down as you inhale, those left fingertips up to the sky and looking up to those fingertips to help you stack your shoulders. Inhale here as you're feeling that spiral into your torso. Exhale, release back down. Inhale here as you exhale, bring that knee back from underneath. Tuck your toes. Inhale here as you exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Dropping the knees or coming on fours. Exhale, chaturanga. Release all the way down though to your belly, keeping it more restorative. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release all the way down. Tuck your toes. As you inhale, push your hips up and back into that downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, release the knees down to that tabletop. Inhale here. As you exhale, bring that right foot now to frame your hands, or your hands to frame that front foot into this kneeling lunge. Inhale here, look forward, and exhaling, still engaging that core. Plant that left hand as you inhale, your right arm up to the sky. Feeling the stretch here in the outside of that right hip. Stacking your shoulders as you look up towards your fingertips. If it's too unstable, you can always look down towards your hands, keeping that front knee lunged. Exhale, release down. Inhale here. As you exhale, bring that knee back into your tabletop. Push back into child's pose. So bring your knees as far out as the width of the mat. Big toes together to touch. Shift your hips back and down, reaching your fingertips out in front. And just kind of settle in, bringing that forehead to the mat. As you inhale, you should be feeling that belly touch your inner thighs. And as you exhale, bringing that belly button closer into your inner spine. Relaxing the head, relaxing the neck, and just breathe. One more breath here. Staying for that exhale. As you begin to inhale, slowly come up into that tabletop position. So I know for many, We sit at a desk a lot. And so our ankles, our feet, and our wrists are common areas we don't always stretch. So I want you to inhale here, fingertips nice and spread out. As you inhale again, I want you to bring your fingers and point them both to the side. Inhale here as you lean forward. Exhale as you slightly lean back, feeling that stretch in that side ankle. Inhale here. Begin to slowly start to rotate your palms so that your fingers are now facing your knees, or as far as you can, so that you can get as close to this position as you can. If you can't rotate them all the way, that's okay. Inhale here, lean forward. As you exhale, shift your hips back to help feel that stretch in your wrists. It's going to be intense if you haven't ever done this before. Beginning to shift that weight from your palms to your fingers. Only go as much as you need to feel the stretch. If it's too intense, as you inhale, lean forward, and then as you exhale, lean back. Continuing that fluid movement, connecting the movement with your breath, or just staying and just breathing. On your next inhale, slowly begin to untwist and pivot your hands back to center. Doing a little bit of a heel stretch. I want you to tuck your toes behind you. Feet and knees are about hip width distance, and I want you to slowly walk back to have a seat onto your ankle. This is also a very deep stretch. It stretches our plantar, which a lot of people neglect. Some people, it's too intense to just sit back. So if you need to, as you inhale, lift. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. If you're okay with the intensity, just sit here, close your eyes and breathe. Feeling the stretch, sending love to our feet. They do so much for us every single day. Inhale, lift, and then come back to tabletop. Extend your right leg out to the side and ground through your toes and your soles of your feet. Slowly begin to walk your hands up towards your body and come up. Relax your right hand down and begin to just allow your right hand to melt down your right leg as you reach to the left, feeling the stretch here in that left side body. Inhale here, don't let that left shoulder drop down, pull it back. Exhale. Inhale, slowly come back up. Release your hands down and slowly bring that right knee back underneath. Switching sides, extend that left leg out this time, grounding through the soles of the foot. Inhale, begin to rise as you walk your hands back and stand on your knees. Relax that left hand down. Inhale your right arm up and lean over to the left. Inhaling here and staying for that exhale. Don't let that right shoulder drop. Try to pull it back, opening through the chest. On your next inhale, come back to center, releasing your hands and coming back into that tabletop. So again, from tabletop, since we're already here, we're going to go ahead and do a little vinyasa as you come in. Lean forward, elbows close to the body. As you exhale, release all the way down, scooting your legs out. Inhale, cobra. Straighten out your arms, dropping the hips, feeling that stretch in our lower back. Inhale, back to tabletop. If you want, tuck your toes. Inhale here. As you exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high hips. Exhale, release all the way down. Find your way into a seated position. Extending both legs out to the side. In front of you. And bring the soles of the feet together. So option here to either do butterfly, which is where your heels are a little bit closer, maybe one or two fists in front, or star, where they're about 3 to 4, they're extended a little bit out. For some people, one just feels better on the back than the other. If your legs are super extended out into the star, what I want you to do is hold on either to your ankles or your feet. Same thing for butterfly. Grab onto your feet, relax the hips down, bringing the knees down to the side. Inhale, lengthen through the crown, and then as you exhale, I want you to bow your elbows out as you pull your chest closer to your feet, allowing your head to relax and closing your eyes and just breathing here. Same thing if your legs are extended out, you find a little bit of a different stretch here as you relax the neck, relax the head. One more breath here. As you begin to inhale again, slowly come back up to seat. Crossing your legs in front of you. Inhale, float your fingertips up to the sky. As you exhale, release your right hand down, left hand on right knee. Inhale, look to the side, sit up nice and tall. As you exhale, twist open to the right. With every inhale, focus on lengthening through the crown, and every exhale, twisting, looking over that right shoulder. One more breath. Stay for the exhale. As you inhale, come back to center. Float your fingertips up and switch sides. Bring that left hand behind you, right hand on left knee. Inhale, look to the side as you lengthen through the crown. As you exhale, twist and open to the right. Again, inhaling, focusing on lengthening. Exhale, twist just a little bit more. One more breath. Stay for the exhale. And then on your inhale, come back to center. Make your way onto your back. Sorry, my microphone got cut. So coming into a spinal final, I want you to extend the left leg as you bend that right knee and bring it into your chest, relaxing the head, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale as you squeeze and hug. As you exhale, drape that knee across to the left as you extend your right arm out and look over that right shoulder. Feeling the stretch across your back, the outside of that right hip, and feeling the twist in our torso, massaging our internal organs. Inhale here. Staying for that exhale, twisting just a little bit more. As you inhale, begin to come back to neutral, both soles of the feet onto the mat. Inhale here. As you exhale, extend the right leg. Inhaling the left knee into your chest this time. Give it a nice squeeze as you inhale, giving yourself a nice big hug. As you exhale, drape it across to the right, extending that left arm out this time, looking over your left shoulder. Now the point is not to have either the knee or the shoulder rest on the floor. One can and the other one won't, or maybe neither will, and that's okay. It's where you are in your practice. Just close your eyes and enjoy the pose. One more breath here. Stay for that exhale. As you begin to inhale, slowly ground yourself back on the mat. Hug both knees into your chest, crossing your ankles and squeezing yourself into a nice ball, bringing your forehead to your knees. Inhale, holding at the tops, giving yourself a nice squeeze. And then as you exhale, Savasana. Bring your feet out to the side. Remove your shoulders out from underneath you, palms facing up. Let your feet flop out. Remove anything that's bothering you underneath your body and make sure that you're nice and comfortable. Coming into our tense and release, I want you to begin to squeeze your toes and your feet. Squeeze and release. Squeezing your feet, your toes, your calves, your knees, your thighs. Squeeze your whole lower leg. Squeeze and release. Begin to tighten up your abs, your hips, squeezing your butt, lifting your body up off the mat. Squeeze and release. Begin to bring your fingers into the palms, making a tight fist. Squeeze and release. Begin to squeeze your hands into your fist, tightening up your forearms, your elbows, and your biceps. Squeeze your whole arm and release. Begin to squeeze your arms. Begin to squeeze your stomach, your back, your upper back, your lower back, your chest, and your shoulders. Squeezing your whole torso. Squeeze and release. Begin to squeeze your shoulders, your neck, bringing all your facial muscles to the center of your face. Squinting your eyes, puckering up your lips, scrunching your nose. Squeeze and release. Starting from your toes, squeeze your toes, your legs, your butt, your hips, your abs, your back, your chest, your arms, your shoulders, your face. Squeeze your whole body and release. Begin to relax your fingers and your toes, relaxing the soles of your feet. Begin to relax your calves and your knees, relaxing your thighs. Begin to relax your hips, relaxing your lower back and your abs. Relax your fingers and your hands. Begin to relax your wrists and your forearms, relaxing your elbows and your biceps. Begin to relax your back and your chest. Begin to relax your shoulders and your neck, relaxing your jaw. Relax the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Relaxing your lips, relaxing your cheeks. Begin to relax your nose and your eyes. Relaxing your forehead and your ears. Relaxing your scalp. Your body's relaxed. You're relaxed. Your body's relaxed. You're relaxed. Your body's relaxed. You're relaxed. Stay here in this final meditative state. If you find your mind distracted by movement or sound, bring it back to your breath. Belly to heart and heart to belly. Slowly begin to bring awareness back into the body. Begin to welcome movement in your fingers and your toes. Begin to deepen your breath. When you're ready, roll over onto your right side, allowing your head to rest on your forearm, bringing your knees to your chest. Remain here until your breath comes back to normal. And when you're ready, roll up and have a seat in a cross-leg position. Inhale, float your fingertips up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, push your palms up. As you exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Just want to read something to you to end our practice today. You're free to open your heart. Open your heart to the people you love. Open your heart to the world. Open your heart to God, to the universe, to life, and all the creatures and creations in it. Open your heart as much as you can. It's safe to open your heart now. There was a time when you believed that the only way to protect yourself was to shut down and close your heart. You have learned so much. You have learned the power of honesty, compassion, forgiveness, and kindness. You will no longer become stuck or trapped in your own heart. You can leave it. You can leave if you want to. You can say what you need to. You no longer need to protect yourself by guarding your heart with the heavy armor you wore in the past. Now you are free. Free to open your heart. Free to open yourself to the universe. Open your heart to the world, to the people who live in it. Open yourself to creation. Open yourself to yourself, to God, to life. Life will become magical and you'll think back and smile. You will wonder why it took you so long to open your heart. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I hope that you can enjoy this practice whenever you feel that you need that just extra stretch, that extra love for yourself. The light in me honors the light in you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste.